Tim Scott, old Tim Scott. You know when I do old, he's comparing Donald Trump's trials to anti-black discrimination cases. Embarrassed. You know, for all them holes he has in his shoes from dancing and shuffling, it didn't took over his brain cells. Donald Trump violated on a grand level, a grand level. And he's got the kind of white privilege that nobody black could commit half the crimes. You know, Kwame Kirkpatrick, the former mayor of Detroit, got locked up behind this, and Jesse Jackson Jr. did too. And Mel Reynolds back in the 90s. I can go on. A lot of African American politicians have gotten locked up for a lot less than this man. Tim Scott didn't shuffle so much, he didn't shuffle to his teeth that he didn't forgotten the stuff that he speaks of is so crazy. I mean, Donald Trump got white male privilege that it's so deep that it's like you can't even put it into context. Because if Trump was black, he wouldn't be walking right now. He'd been locked up. If America had true justice and it wasn't about white privilege, Trump would have been locked up after the insurrection. I'm sorry, when you got 90 plus felonies, why ain't your passport revoked? How isn't your bank accounts not frozen or something to assets? And how they keep raising these bonds and you've got these charges and those charges? If it was only a railroad job, if only it was like that, it's not the same. It's not the same. This is make-believe world to try to make it seem like, oh, this poor man's not getting a fair shot. He brought that stuff on himself. And his co-conspirator, Rudy Giuliani, got no explanation. But there is this, oh, they're just out to get me, out to get him, for a white male victim role. It's hilarious. And to have someone black co-signing that mess is more hilarious. See, when they got initially charged, you remember DeSantis and them were distancing themselves from him. But because his stronghold, because of these idiots out here want to push him into presidency, which they're going to somehow find a way to get him in, even if he's on the D block, it's just absurd. And it's the mental illness that keeps on giving in America with 3Ks. But Tim Scott is ridiculous for this one. I mean, this is just a bad joke. Say it ain't so. But sadly, there are him and there are black folks who would actually say something atrocious like this. Meanwhile, you got a bunch of sick white media haters out here who are still hating about O.J. Simpson's verdict from 30 years ago. They're still using that as some kind of way, but which it ain't. They won't accept that. And then you get some cat like this shuffling to say that Trump's getting injustice. Give me a break. Please select, subscribe, welcome thoughts, comments, and I do respond. Thank you. Wash your hands, keep your mind clear, watch out for another shit if you like my piece.